My tire just blew out, just gone. And what do you know? A cop, he just swerves out of the shopping center and is running after me. Alright, what do I want to eat? It's Taco Bell or McDonald's. What the f is happening? Oof, I don't like talking to people. What now? As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be telling you guys my driving horror stories because 1 week last year in 2017, I was having the most unlucky week of my life. I'm not joking. It was just really bad. It was sometime in November. I think it was a Thursday morning. I was on my way to school. The way I took to school was not a highway, but it was kind of like a highway. Like it was just a really long straight shot road that went straight to the city. And there were certain parts of that road that I knew had a high density of cops in them. So I knew like the areas where people got pulled over the most, and so I would know to be like more safe and more smart in those areas. There was like nobody on the road that day, I don't know why, and it was kind of a dreary like morning. It was kind of dark out still, like the sun hadn't risen. I look at the light, it's green, right? Then I kind of like look away. I guess I'm just kind of checking the other areas, I don't really know. Then I look back and it's yellow, and I was like, okay, I can still make it. I mean, it's not that far. So I keep going. And then I realize it's actually really far from me. So then I'm like having a mental freak out, and I'm like, okay, do I stop? Do I slam on my brakes, or do I just keep going? Mind you, it was like rainy and like I felt like I could skid. So I just kept going. And the second before the intersection, it turned red and I kept going, and I just knew that a cop was gonna pull me over. So I literally looked in my rearview mirror, and what do you know? A cop puts on his sirens, puts on his lights, and he just swerves out of the shopping center and is running after me. And I'm like, yeah. So I kind of get like angry. I'm like mad at myself, also mad at the cop. I'm like, dude, like why? Light that we came to was at an intersection for a real highway. So I was like, okay, I can't pull over there because that's a highway. Like I don't know where to go. Almost as if he could read my mind, he comes on the speaker and goes, we're gonna take a left at the Quick Trip. Literally, he said it just like that. Rich Southern accent. And you know what's so funny is he literally was like the perfect stereotype of a cop. Overweight, white dude, bald. I swear he probably was eating donuts. Okay, that's a bit much. Is that offensive? I don't know. So we go over to the Quick Trip and park. I'm kind of freaking out because I'm like, wait, if he asked for my registration, like I don't know where it is. Like I'm in my dad's car, let's hope it's in the glove box, but if it ain't, we gonna have some issues. But he comes up to my window and he doesn't ask for my registration, he just goes, can I have your license? And that was it. And then he walks away back to his car and just does something on the computer. As he's like in his car, and I'm just sitting there watching all the Quick Trip people stare at me, I start to realize I'm in some deep shit. I start to think, wow, my dad's gonna hate me. This is the worst thing ever. I've made a huge mistake. So then I start to cry. That's when it set in that I was actually gonna get a ticket. Cause you know, I was gonna try and like use up,
oh, like I'm an innocent girly, like please, like hee.
But like I couldn't. I was just too scared. So he comes back to my window and he's like, okay, here's your ticket, here's your license, this is your court date, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like choking up as he's speaking to me. I'm like, okay. I'm literally crying as he talks to me, hoping like maybe he'll see me crying and be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't give her a ticket, but it was the end of the year. They have a quota to fill, so I was just extremely unlucky. Then I left the Quick Trip. I drove down the road a little bit more, but then I pulled off again. Then I called my mom. Okay, y'all wanna hear something weird? Mother's intuition. It's a real thing because when I called my mom, she told me she knew something was wrong. She knew something was wrong when I left that day. All right, let's order my food. After I called my mom though, I just went directly home. I didn't have to go to school that day, so that was kind of cool.
And apparently, if you don't pay the ticket and you go to your court date, they can lower the price or not put it on your record. So that's what I did. And I actually vlogged that. So I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to watch that.
Thank you. You too. All right, let's get my chicken nuggets. Forgot my window was down. It's kind of ironic I'm talking about these stories in my car. I'm good. Oh shit, I forgot to check if there's ketchup. Of course there's not. There's no ketchup. I kind of need ketchup. A good Sprite will make me tear up. All right, now let's get to like the big show. Oh my God, look at the nuggets. Oh my god. I need ketchup. Like, I do. I really do. Oh my god, I might go in. I'm gonna go get some ketchup. Like, I can't do without ketchup. So I'm gonna go get some and I'll be right back. All right, update. I got the ketchup. A lot, too. Oh, thank god. I might have died. The weekend passes and it's Tuesday. I'm on my way home from school. I took the highway home every day from school because it was faster and just a lot easier. Everything's going fine. I'm in like the middle lane going about 65. Everything's fine. I'm playing music. I'm actually playing Sigrid by I almost said Sigrid by Strangers, but it's Strangers by Sigrid. Here, actually, you know what we'll do? I will play this song for you. So I'm just driving, listening to my jam. Yep, everything's fine. Okay. Bam, right there. I'm not even joking, y'all. Right, my tire just blew out, just gone. I heard something happen. My car like jangled. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? At first didn't realize it was my car because there was a truck right beside me and I thought maybe like I'm feeling some vibration from him. I don't know. But no, because I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw rubber flying back and everyone moving away from me. And I was like, okay, something's going on. And I'm like trying to look and see what's going on and I can't tell. And this is all happening in a matter of maybe 10 seconds. I have amazing reflexes, I guess. I don't know. My brain goes into, okay, what do we do mode, you know? I move over very safely. I had to move over like 3 lanes and then I eventually got to the side of the road. I stop the car really slowly. I park. I look in my back mirror. I like adjust it so I can see my tires. And my tire was completely shredded. I'll insert a picture so you guys can see what it looks like. That's when I started crying. I don't cry until the situation's over. That's like one good thing about me, I guess. In the moment, if something dangerous is happening, like I don't freak out. I just go into like, okay, take care of this mode and then we'll be done. And then I freak out afterwards.
Actually, as I'm editing this and remembering the story more, I remembered that I didn't cry after this because at this point I was so emotionally done. I just had no tears left to cry. That Ariana Grande reference. I totally did not mean to do that. Wow. Oh my god, that's everything. But yeah, I literally, I had no tears left to cry.
I just called my dad and I didn't even know what to tell him. I was just like, something's gone wrong. My tire looks really messed up. I can't really see it very well, but from what I can see, it looks messed up. The lane that I was in, like on the shoulder of the road, was not very wide. Cars were still zooming by me on this side, so I couldn't get out. So my dad tells me to go through the passenger's door and sit on like the ground out there. And I was like, Dad, there is no ground. And he's like, what? There's always ground on the side of a highway. The part that I was at was like a cliff. There was just like a little cement wall, and then if you looked over, it was like a 10 feet drop to another road. So I had nowhere to go. I don't know, it's just really dangerous because if someone hits you, like that would be pretty bad. So I have to sit in my car. I sit in the passenger seat to be more safe. And I just sit there and I wait for my dad. He gets there like 30 minutes later. And it was just really scary. Like I was shaking, I was like freaking out. I didn't really know what had just happened. I had no idea because one second I was fine and then the next second I wasn't. I mean, the car was like an old car, so like it didn't tell me that anything was wrong with the tire pressure, but ultimately that was what it was, is that the tire pressure was too low. Can you believe this happened to me literally like 4 days after I got a ticket? Why? That was the most unlucky week of my life. And then we had to like wait like an hour for the roadside assistance, but then we found out you can just go dial 511 and get State Farm to come there for free. You learn something new every day. It was a bad experience. It just took long. I was exhausted mentally, but I didn't let that get me down. Like I still drove, you know, the next day. You can't let that stuff get to you. Even though low-key, when I see yellow lights still, I still freak out. I don't know. Can you believe I was listening to this song when my tire blew out? The most movie-esque moment. My life is a movie, I guess. Oh, I wish. But I'm forever gonna know this song as the song that I blew out a tire on the highway to. We love a bop. Anyways, yeah, that happened. Looking back, I'm really proud of myself for how I handled those situations. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed these videos, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you're new here. Make sure you guys have on my notifications. I feel like I don't promote this enough, but put on your notifications so that you never miss a post, because I kind of just post whenever now, so yeah. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!